And welcome to episode 861 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, January 20th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will to talk about a whole mess of politics and COVID in the cup of coffee in the big time today since President Biden gave a very rare press conference on Wednesday. It's like a Pokemon card, one of those things. You don't get them too often, so you discuss them when you do, you know?
There you go.
Yes. When in Rome.
Yeah. What do you got? What are you boys bringing to the table today with the news stories?
I'm going far from the drab U.S. press conferences and going all the way across the world for a double in Japan and a double in Russia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
yeah,
I'm bringing
far
back.
out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm bringing back the soft corner, and we're going back to possibly the softest place in the United States, the Bay Area. Go Niners!
Oh no!
Oh no! You go.
The love-hate relationship continues.
Wow. All right. I'm excited about that. That's a great tease.
Go
What's
Kittle.
up, Pat? What do you got?
Go Kittle.
Oh, I got a Florida man, but he's not in the state of Florida.
Oh,
He's in one of the other Florida states.
Florida man in his mind,
Yeah,
in his actions.
in his soul, in his actions.
Yeah. Where he puts his tattoos, mainly his neck.
you could put this cute little Florida-like state right inside of Florida. You could wrap it in Florida like a blanket.
Okay.
That sounds nice. Wrap myself in some Florida. Hope you don't get stuck with the needle, though. You know, you gotta watch out.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the
Never know,
news.
but that sometimes that can be like a jackpot, right? What was in that needle? I don't know. I feel funny.
depends.
All right, Darlene. Looks
The
like
right
this,
needle.
this part of the blanket's got a needle, so I'm going to have to take it.
It's a jackpot, darling.
Look, right now I'm just trying to
We'll wrap
focus on
this jacket tight around us.
enjoying what was in the
tight, baby.
needle and not thinking about what else was in the needle. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I agree. Sometimes you just got to take it.
If you get stuck with it, just go with the flow because you can't go back after that.
because if you get stuck with it, you're stuck with it, you know?
Absolutely. News the shit out of us, Will.
That's what they say. Cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, and trending news. But first, a fun fact. Did you guys know that it's impossible for most people to lick their own elbow?
I can't. I definitely can't.
Try it.
There's
Try
no
it.
chance,
I
dude.
saw this and I tried.
There's
I
no
can't even
chance.
not nearly. Not
can?
nearly. No, try it.
No
Who
one
can?
can.
Somebody can. It's impossible for most people.
I'd like to see it.
You'd have
Yeah,
to
like,
be very flexible.
Who's the exception to the rule? Yeah.
Apparently, some people can do it. So that
Joe Rogan can do it.
He definitely could do it.
Yeah.
I would qualify that as a fun fact. Also, that's the number one thing, first thing that pops up when you just Google fun fact. So
Really?
yeah.
And
the
it took
more
us
you know.
this long to get to it. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. January 20th. Holidays are camcorder day. So all you creeps out there, enjoy. Get to know your customer day, which is one of the 85 sales days of the year. You know, it's first of many. Inauguration day, because that's when they have the inauguration. International Day of Acceptance. National Bill Cosby Sweater Day. Surprised that's not canceled. Right?
Still?
Yeah. 2022 still going
It
on.
takes a long time to get your day canceled.
A lot of
Yeah, it
paperwork.
takes them a
Yeah,
few
a lot of
legislative
paperwork.
cycles or whatever. They got it. They oh well, shit, we missed Cosby Sweater Day.
By
We
the
gotta-
time they hear the complaints, it's on to the next days and they forget about it. It takes several years of complaints.
It'll
Yeah.
be gone next year, I bet.
some
Yeah.
intern is feverishly working to like set up a reminder.
Can we just change it to sweater day? Yeah.
What is a Bill Cosby sweater? Oh, from the Cosby Show.
From the Cosby Show.
Like his earth tone
pattern.
sweaters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His
Like a
pattern earth tone.
burgundy.
Yeah.
It's not earth tone. It's
Is it not?
No, it's like 90s. It's multicolor. It's like
Multicolor.
cable knit, right? Where they were like changing up the knitting every, I don't know, spool. Like every time.
I
they
felt
ran
like he
spool,
had a
change
lot of
color.
earth tone plaids and stuff.
Google
Is
Cosby
that-
sweater, man.
Is that Cosby?
You'd be surprised.
You want the Urban Dictionary
more
of
color.
Cosby sweater?
Sure.
The sexual act of eating Fruit Loops and and then vomiting the tacky, dazzling mixture onto your partner's chest. So like it's a colorful. Yeah,
that's
nice.
Nice.
Colorful. Yeah.
Well, it's Cosby Sweater Day, National Bill Cosby Sweater Day. Enjoy it however you like to wear it. No matter the style, it's all appropriate today on January 20th, Bill Cosby Sweater Day.
But before we move on,
because it's like a Jackson Pollock, Pat, like you were describing.
No,
it, so
I get that.
Yeah, and then you throw up the colors.
I'm
on
the
their
guy.
chest. Yeah.
I'm the guy on the show that knows what a Cosby sweater looks like.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, exactly.
What I'm saying is, let's take a moment to just really reflect on the fact that this dude, right, Bill Cosby, he co-opted an entire article of clothing, right? Like, what kind of baller ass shit is that? Like, if someone was like, "Yo, those are Mark pants,"
all while raping women.
That's
well, they'd be invisible because I don't wear them. You know what I'm saying? No pants here. I'm in my boxers right now.
Are you really
pantsless
pantsless right now?
I got weed boxers on from me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds so freeing. It's also National Butter Crunch Day, National Cheese Lovers Day, delightful, National Coffee Break Day, National Disc Jockey Day, Penguin Awareness Day, Take a Walk Outdoors Day, and Women's Healthy Weight Day.
Ooh, which is whatever weight they are comfortable with.
Right.
Yeah, you tell us, ladies.
Yeah.
Feel bad even saying it, really.
That's an awkward one to say out loud.
Hey, sweetie, you want to go on a walk outside for Women's Healthy Weight Day?
We'll train accordingly.
Don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that.
Or we can just stay in bed, stay on the couch.
Yeah, we can do whatever you want.
If you offer for a hike on Women's Healthy Weight Day, don't announce that it's for Women's Healthy
what day it is.
Yeah.
You're telling the neighbors.
We're gonna meet you wherever you are, okay? So you just tell us what weight you're at, and we're gonna train so we can make sure to handle that kind of weight.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Wow. All right. Didn't know that one existed until today.
January
20th.
Shouldn't exist.
A lot of great days on here. Bill Cosby Sweater Day, Women's Healthy Weight Day.
Controversial day.
That's a trap, man.
Yeah, Bill Cosby loves this day.
Hornet's nest of a day.
Today in history, January 20th. Of course, all the inaugurations, all of the monumental and historic inaugurations of U.S. presidents, but also in 1778, British explorer James Cook landed at Waimea on Kauai Island, becoming the first European to visit Hawaii before he was promptly scowled into oblivion and back onto his boat.
Yeah, he tried to ride like a local's wave, and that was not a good idea. Excuse me. Yeah,
that was the end for the Hawaiians.
It was, unfortunately. You saw how beautiful it was.
Yeah, saw how nice it was. He's like, they should have kept him there. You know,
they should have killed him. No, they should have
kept him there. Yeah,
like if a murder hornet finds a bee's nest, they don't let him leave because then all the other murder hornets will come. That's what they should have done.
Their standoffishness probably got them in trouble. Right. They should, instead of just being like shunning him off the island.
Right.
They should have like just kept him there and then offed him
and gave him no pens or paper.
You know, his like just jaw was dropped as he was leaving. Like, oh my God, this place is awesome.
Yeah. Can't wait to tell everyone about this.
Yeah, and then he went to discover like New Zealand, Australia, went back, and they were all colonized.
Yeah,
so I got news for you.
Yeah,
you're a local now, bro.
Yeah,
yeah, that would have been a better approach.
You marry my sister now.
Mm-hmm. You can ride the waves now, bro.
Yeah, and don't tell her to go on a hike on Weight Day, on Women's Weight Day either.
Oh wow,
we're talking about Hawaiians, not New Zealanders.
I think come on.
I think everybody on the show has basically applied it now to all Polynesians.
There you go. There it is. Let's just call it all Polynesians.
It's like a 90% pork and pineapple diet. That's just high fat, high sugar.
A lot of rice. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of rice.
I still maintain it's an unfair characterization. New Zealand people are very fit.
Very sweet meat they serve over there.
They're awesome
sugary
people.
Meats.
Incredibly nice people, fun. They live in the greatest places on earth, but we're not. I mean, they're not thin on average.
Right, well,
come on.
We're welcoming.
Someday somebody needs to settle this with facts. Send us some facts.
Sturdy people.
Send us some facts, if you know what the truth is. Okay, moving on to the honorable mentions for trending news. First, we got an RIP, very young. RIP to actor Gaspard Ulliel, or Ulliel. I'm not sure how you pronounce it in French, but he was the star of the Moon Knight for Marvel, and he died at age 37 after a ski accident.
That hasn't even come out yet. It's coming out soon.
Right, exactly. So I don't think they had completed it. I don't know if it's coming out or what.
Oh my God, he was the star of Moon Knight?
I think so, yeah.
Damn.
I believe he was the Moon Knight, right? So.
Well, I'll look it up, but I mean, that movie's supposed to come out this year.
Yes, I believe he was him.
Wow.
Gaspard, R.I.P. Also, next honorable mention that trended, Carhartt and Starbucks, fellas. Some people are boycotting Carhartt since maybe it's called a boycott, get it? Boycotting Carhartt since they are still requiring a vaccine after the Supreme Court ruling that said that you don't have to do that anymore, while others are boycotting Starbucks for suspending their vaccine mandate because Supreme Court said that you could. So pick a side, everybody right now, boycott somebody. The internet demands that you do it. Right?
I'm busy. I'm too busy defunding the publicly funded national broadcasting radio program, NPR.
Oh, and we're going to get to that one soon, Pat. But
I'm boycotting pants today.
That's good. Add this to the list. Coke, Home Depot, Goya beans, the list of senseless.
I'm boycotting Coke as well because of fentanyl.
Cocaine, Coke, yeah.
Cocaine, right? I was referring to
you should too.
Yeah.
Look, I'm serious about this boycott. Okay,
everybody should. The NPR one's interesting. Some of those boycotters got some fodder in the cannon. Coming up at number 3, but first, before that, along with covidtests.gov, the government will be providing 400 million N95 masks that can be claimed for free at local pharmacies and other places starting next week. So covidtest.gov, you can go there to get free COVID tests, rapid ones shipped to your house. It takes like 2 weeks basically. Next week, you can go pick up a free N95 at your local like CVS or something like that.
Did we find this money? Like, was this money like under a brick or a rock
it's
somewhere?
Some sort of
executive. Like, oh my God,
emergency relief fund, like a hurricane fund or something. Or
right. Now we should do this.
Yeah. It's some sort of emergency fund. I mean, it's definitely paid for by like taxpayer money or like the government stuff.
The administration is doing it. Yeah. So they
found some money. I don't know. Yeah.
They moved stuff around. It's what they should have done back in Thanksgiving. They decided not to. Omicron hit. They were like, "Oh shit! Now we should do it."
Okay. You think people are going to get them? Like 40? You think? I mean, I feel like people are going to go and they'll be like, "Sorry, we're out for a long time."
Yeah, 400 million goes pretty fast since there's 400 million U.S. people.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like one per person.
I think they're banking that most people.
It also depends on where they ship them.
Most people aren't going to go get this.
You probably get your hands on 2 a person. It sounds like.
Yeah. Good luck if you want to go find your free one. Go claim it. I don't know if it has. If it does have a USA flag on it, I'm going to claim mine though. If it's a commemorative thing,
that would be cool.
That means it's not official though, because remember we found out that those are
fake.
That's
but Wes, that is up until now. Now, if you add the flag onto the realistic ones, it still could be changing. You're right. You are right.
American masks.
You're right. Patterns up until now.
Okay.
Are fake, like but what if we added the pattern now?
Put an eagle on it. Everybody's claiming it.
Yeah.
So.
Eagle, yeah.
This is eagle like you guys ever get like an email? Right, and then you don't respond to it, and you really should have.
Every day,
and then you need to like pass that email on to the person that's supposed to get it, who's involved. So you before you forward it, you delete the date or the time from it.
Yeah,
so they don't see how long you've been sitting on it.
Oh wow!
Except this one took like 2 years.
Didn't know you did that, Pat. Now I'm on to you.
Well, tough shit trying to figure out when the date and time is, because I do it sometimes when I'm on time too. But my point is, that's kind of like what this is. It's like, oh yeah, and we know that the at-home tests have been around for like 6 months, but now we're rolling this plan out because we just found the money. We just found it.
Well, the approval ratings hit a point where they had to find it. Number 3.
It's like giving everyone condoms after everyone's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly like that. 12 days from now.
Yeah.
If COVID stays around,
it's like giving a pregnant lady a condom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does seem pretty pointless. It's after the fact, but maybe there's a next wave.
I'll take them. I'll take the free N95s and I'll take the free tests. I'll take
better late than never is the saying, right? I don't know if it's true.
That's right. It's true.
Last mention is Lord of the Rings new Amazon show called The Rings of Power. Dropped. I
saw the trailer today.
22. Yeah. So what do you think, Mark? You excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. The trailer was absolutely nothing. They didn't show anything. It just was a voiceover. But I'm super excited. Yeah, of course.
Lord of the Rings.
Big Lord of the Rings guy.
Great sci-fi series. Okay, let's move it on to the top 3. Number 3, Pat, here's this NPR folks. There was a fake trend created by NPR this week. So there was an NPR article that came out, I think it was on Tuesday, and they said that Supreme Court Justices Sotomayor and Gorsuch, they basically said that Sotomayor was bullied out of the workplace by anti-masking Neil Gorsuch, who sits next to her on the bench, which was a very remarkable story, if true, but was completely fake. And then here's a joint statement from the two justices saying, reporting that Justice Sotomayor asked Justice Gorsuch to wear a mask surprised us. It is false. While we may sometimes disagree about the law, we are warm colleagues and friends, unquote. And so
she has diabetes. He wasn't trying to kill her, right? Like, how did this come about?
So NPR created the report. It ran on NBC all over the place. It trended high on Twitter. And then but it's fake news completely. And Chief Justice Roberts also debunked the article, saying like, yeah, I never asked them to put a mask on. NPR created a fake story. And then not only that, like, after the justices called it out, some NPR writer came and was like questioning them too, like as if they didn't know the true story. It was very strange from NPR, but yeah,
that's not the point of hilariousness.
Fake news.
It's that NPR is almost exclusively publicly funded.
Does it make them bad at their jobs because they create a fake story?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when people are throwing, when people are throwing the defund movement at a DeFi organization.
Well, it's funded by the government. It's funded by tax dollars.
Minimal grants. It's mostly listener funded.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, then
did they read like was
get the government money out of it? If they
like
where did they get the story? Was it from like an Andy Borowitz
just some journalist, Mark, created it out of thin air?
Was it from The Onion?
No, some Supreme Court journalist just created it, intermined, and published it.
Because we talked about it, and we're like, this would be the most dickheaded thing in the world. If the Supreme Court justice said, I have diabetes, everyone's wearing a mask, but you sit next to me, can you please wear a mask, otherwise I won't be able to attend.
Crazy.
And he was like, no.
He would be making a point. He'd be like, wanting
she's old
to go out. Yeah.
I just read a bunch of articles, but like, it's really time we shut these NPR bastards down and cut off their federal funding.
No,
I don't know about all that.
Trended, though. That's why it trended, because this
I understand they fucked
so
up with the fake news. But
tried to listen to NPR lately. Oof.
Ooh, that's why you should listen to us.
That's why our show exists, honestly.
Yeah.
We created it. We created it because of NPR's being so boring.
So boring.
That's why we exist.
So boring.
It's like a staple in my life.
Well,
but you grew up in an NPR house. It's boring to everybody else.
Pat, you're literally cheating on the news since you are an NPR fan. And you're
right, exactly. You cheat on it every day.
Harder than anyone.
Yeah.
National propaganda radio.
If you didn't grow up listening, I think it's an acquired taste. I can't get into it.
No, I hated it for the first, honestly, 28 years of my life.
Yeah, but now it's like it's soothes you back to the.
It's like a stroke. You just something breaks and then you're like, whoa.
It's like ASMR news.
Yeah, basically. Very slow. Okay, let's speed it up though. Number 2 is all about 2 European countries that are dropping all COVID restrictions very soon, following the peak of the Omicron wave. Spain and England. Spain basically says that they're on the path towards treating COVID like the flu. And also they added that they're ready for beach season. So that's what's on Spain's mind right now.
So Djokovic can play in the Madrid Open. Then it sounds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he's going to also play in Wimbledon, because Boris Johnson in the UK.
Important. Yeah.
Yes. Basically, saying they've done all they can with the vaccines and the boosters. He can't do anymore. He can't pull over anymore. He's already off the road.
Now, is this because he keeps
no more masks?
Because he keeps having to apologize for the BYOB parties?
Absolutely.
He wants to throw the parties.
You think it's a distraction from Partygate? No way.
Yeah. Fine. If you want to I'm not going to apologize again. So no more COVID.
Of course it is.
Keep catching me.
Of course it is. I think Boris wants it done for his approval ratings. Plus, he wants the distraction. So he's like, I'm doing it. It's over.
I'm not going to stop partying, is what Boris said. So
yeah,
it's either a weekly apology or we can just stop it. Yeah.
Oh, man. And speaking of world leaders, that brings us to number 1, or
the cream of the crop.
And as referenced at the top of the show, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. held just his second full press conference as the president of the U.S. on American soil.
He made up for a few lost time. The ones
He did.
lengthwise.
He did. He made up for it, Mark.
Second this year, second altogether.
Second
same
major.
Thing. It's Inauguration Day. It's Inauguration Day, so it's been exactly 1 year.
Yeah, he did 2 full press conferences on U.S. soil in 1 year. It was only the 22nd time overall that he took questions from the media at all in the first year. It's the fewest since.
Yeah, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. He did small conferences during COVID and stuff. You're saying this is the first
full press conference. He did 2 of these where he actually made a statement and then took open questions from a reporter pool.
Right. He's done that a bunch of times.
No, he's only done a press conference, an arranged press conference, twice, 2 full ones, and he's taken questions from media.
He's done a bunch of them because he's done a bunch of them where he's I need to ask you the question first.
Yes, those are more controlled. Those aren't considered full press conferences.
Okay.
He's only done 2 of what he did on Wednesday, 1 in the middle of his first year, 1 at the end. And like you said, he gave you everything you could have wanted, and a nap on top of that, and what you missed because he answered questions for 1 hour and 55 minutes of mostly just rambling and general political stuff, like blaming the other party for stuff and campaigning for his bills and for elections and whatnot. But there was a shitload of information that came out. So let's just I'll try to get through this quickly. Okay. His opening speech, President Biden claims that he made great progress in his first year, despite the overall dissatisfaction with his performance.
He said no one's ever done more than him. I think he said.
We'll get to a few clips.
Okay.
Yes, Mark. He doubled down a lot once we got to the questions, but this is his opening remarks.
Okay.
So he said, despite 53% disapproval, he still claimed a lot. He said no more lockdowns and that COVID is nearly over, which he didn't really have any evidence for. He just said COVID's nearly over. So hopefully he's right about that because everybody wants that to be true.
That seems to be the hot topic from political leaders this week.
They're just saying that. They're like, it's over. It's over.
It went from Omicron being 1 million a day 2 weeks ago to now it's over. All
it's
right,
over.
Fine. That's fine.
It's almost done.
Cool.
He says that the Fed, the Federal Reserve, is going to handle inflation, aka raise interest rates this year. So don't be surprised when your interest rates goes up. He blamed COVID for the supply chain issues, and then he pitched his Build Back Better bill as what's the cure for everything that ails us. And he kept saying it won't add to the deficit, which has already been proven by the Congressional Budget Office that it would add $367 billion to the deficit. So it was weird that he doubled down on that. And then he also doubled down that inflation is partially caused by meat processing monopolies. And
truth.
Said that he's facing unprecedented challenges, but he's crushing it. And then came all the questions, Mark. Yeah, where came the basically endless double downs. And the first question was, did you overpromise? And here's his answer to that.
And how do you plan to course correct going forward?
Why are you such an optimist? Look, I didn't overpromise, but I have probably outperformed what anybody thought would happen. The fact of the matter is that we're in a situation where we have made enormous progress. You mentioned the number of deaths from COVID. Well, it was 3 times that not long ago.
Okay. Sorry, the program is only do 30-second clips. So
outperformed what anyone could have imagined.
What anyone could have ever hoped for.
He almost called himself a stallion there. Did you feel like I thought he was going to say because I'm a stallion? He didn't, but
I mean, Biden reminded everybody he's the consummate politician. He cannot not double down. And
he should have taken his shirt off during the question part, like Putin, just been shirtless.
He really.
All right, next question.
He really should have. Yeah. He went on after that answer to basically say all bad things that happened during his tenure are Republicans' fault, and that him and Clyburn, the guy that got him in the Oval Office, want health care and education, and that's what they're focused on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Look, sometimes I give it to the Christians hard, okay, but I got to stand up for the Christians here because he just took a little bit of God's thunder there, saying that implying that his administration created a situation where there was 3 times less deaths from COVID and not just the way diseases work because God set him up.
Oh yeah, no, it was
not only
100% agree.
not only from God, Pat, but from the doctors.
Yeah, it's
total
God's-
blown
it's God's
answer.
And
thunder.
medicine and scientists.
I mean, you can tell when he paused for like 10
from
seconds.
the humans,
He's like,
from the
"Oh,
humans
shit."
being cautious and respect.
We've
Yeah,
been yelling
he
at
took,
this
he took
COVID.
full credit for the COVID deaths.
Total
Yeah,
blown
talk-
answer.
Thanks,
Yeah.
virus.
We've
You
been
see
really,
what I've done with this virus?
really
Wow.
reasoning.
It's really
Why
with
didn't
working
he? Why didn't he do more of that then? Why didn't he go all the way on that?
Why'd
and
you
just
do it
no
earlier?
deaths? Yeah, why don't you?
I've been talking to the virus, really cooperating with me.
Yeah.
Look, we're negotiating with this thing, okay? And look, it's not perfect, okay, but it's better.
And here's 400 million masks and 5 billion tests, but COVID's over.
Exactly. And here's 85 more question answers. So I'm not going to go through. That was question 1, literally happened at like 5 minutes into the thing. He talked for another hour and 50 minutes. I'm not going to I'll play one more clip at the end of this, but I'm just going to real quickly go through what the points of what he said. He says he's not going to scale down the Build Back Better bill, but he will have to probably break it up, which he will continue trying to pass, which is good for my predicted.org/promo/hard factor 40 bet, where I took the lowest band besides the second to lowest band, which is now climbing because he says he's got to break it up. So if you want to get in there with me on that market, what's going to be in the Build Back Better budget
By July 1st, 2022. Yes.
Get up in there on the low bands with me, which that tip was given out way before this speech, but this speech kind of backed that up. So
you're 0.6 to 0.8
that's
trillion.
right. I think it's
not
gonna be
quite
half.
a trillion.
I think it's going
not
to be
quite
half.
a trillion.
0.75
Yeah.
T is where I
Yeah.
think it's going to land, and I think
Nice.
that's going to keep rising. So that's where I'm at, and that's going to be a big time up because I got it at like 6 cents. So again, predicted.org/promo/hard factor 40 if you want to get on that band game with me on the Build Back Better. So he gave us some information.
Bands will make
on
you
that.
dance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you imagine that 6 goes to 40, you're pretty excited. On the voting rights bill, it seems dead. Basically, I think that the Senate is filibustering it.
You mean
as
the
we
national
speak.
the national holiday bill?
The voting rights bill, Pat. That's the name of it, I think.
The John Lewis national holiday, new national holiday, one less
voting
day to
rights
work
bill
gig.
is
Yeah.
the
If they
mail-in
called it-
votes
if
are
they-
mandatory bill.
National holiday bill.
Pat's right. If they'd named it the national holiday bill, it's
Get
getting passed.
Fucking marketing person
Yeah,
in there, man.
exactly.
This is-
You need to name it the national holiday bill, the
Okay.
new national holiday bill. Then it would have gotten passed 100%.
That seems dead, and it seems like he kind of fucked up. Biden did the negotiations of that. He admitted that he didn't even try to reach out to Mitt Romney or any Republicans at all to try to pass that one. And he says that when it does fail, he's going to use executive orders and challenge state voting laws that are being passed in states to the DOJ. So basically, yeah, he kind of beefed the voting rights bill. Biden claimed that schools are open at a rate of 95 to 98% right now. Which a lot of people were questioning. I don't know the real rate. That's what he says, but a lot of people are saying that the schools need to stay open. It's a big complaint.
Yeah, that'd be
I guess.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Schools open. Good.
Yeah, schools open. Bloomberg, New York Times, and Reuters hammered him on Ukraine. Biden claims that unprecedented sanctions are coming to Putin if he moves on Ukraine. And they kept asking him, "You think he will?" And he said, "Yes, I think he will test the West." But that's not like a very clear answer. And then he said that Ukraine will not join NATO and that he wouldn't be behind it, and basically kind of said Ukraine was flying solo. And the Ukrainians were very upset about that real time. And the White House had to release a cleanup statement that said that they affirmed today that those acts of Russian aggression will be met with a decisive, reciprocal, and united response. Even though Biden basically said, no, Ukraine's on their own.
So, I mean, yeah, unprecedented response, but do we really need to get into World War III over Ukraine? I don't have a problem with what he's saying about Ukraine at all.
Yeah, it was just weird how it was so sensitive, and he didn't really stay on message with what I guess they agreed to.
People that are like, anti-Biden people, I understand are getting upset, but do we really need to go to war over Ukraine? I say no.
It's below the line.
Yeah, it's definitely below the line.
Literally, that's what he said in his speech. He's like, Ukraine's below the line.
Yeah.
They're on their own.
They are. Unfortunately,
they're on their own.
They're below the line for world war. I would say.
Who's next man up other than England in terms of like who hasn't been dragged?
Right. Who else can do this? Yeah. Who else
has
can
not
police?
been pulling their weight?
Right.
France.
England and France. Yeah. England, France, Spain, maybe.
Actually, Germany probably should do
Germany.
the most.
Yeah. Germany owes, don't they?
Yeah, they really should be in charge.
Germany should be in charge of stopping Russia.
Hold on.
No, what if they teamed up? What if Germany and Russia teamed up? That would be bad.
Biden kept asking What are they for? What are they for? What are they for? Referring to Republicans, which got Tim Scott's police bill trending, which was filibustered to death by the Democrats after George Floyd's death. I think that's a bad slogan, but that might be the 2022 midterm slogan. I don't think that's the one. If he was workshopping that, I think he should go with something else. He also kept trying to use Afghanistan as a point of how he's restoring government competency when everybody knows that he botched the exit. Rest in peace to the fallen. Max Soviak, Carhartt Hive member, which got Afghanistan trending briefly. He also said that he will run with Kamala Harris in 2024. And that he did ask Xi about the COVID origins, but got no answer. Stonewalling him there.
He doesn't even speak English. I can't understand the guy. No,
yeah.
I asked him.
Next question is what he said on that one. And then he tried to retract, but also kind of doubled down on his Confederacy comparison for the voting rights thing. He's like, I'm not saying they're Confederates, but I'm saying that this is the same choice the Confederates have. And if you, it just muddied the waters. Anyways, people are upset about that. And then one last funny clip, funny moment near the end where Joe gets a little upset with this line of questioning.
Why should folks believe you this time around?
Can you think of any other president's done as much in 1 year? Name one for me.
I'm asking you.
I'm serious. You guys talk about how nothing's happened. I don't think there's been much on any incoming president's plate that's been a bigger menu than the plate I had given to me. I'm not complaining. Knew that running in. And the fact of the matter is we got an awful lot.
Yeah. He didn't run in. Let's be honest.
He jogged. He
Insert giant plate meme.
Right. He had a Waffle House sized menu on this president.
Insert Cheesecake Factory menu.
I'm hungry, and this is a diner menu. Okay, they got everything on here.
All I can order is COVID.
What president has done more in 1 year? Which I guarantee you, there's a lot. Like, I mean, you got to go back in time.
Will.
George Washington, Abe Lincoln.
Name one, Will.
Name
one. Teddy Roosevelt.
Hey, Will. Teddy Roosevelt just got his statue taken down somewhere in America.
But all those people have done way more in 1 year than Joe Biden has done.
I do agree with
the
him.
Pre-phone president.
Why would you want to run for president in this era?
Yeah,
I don't know, but he's. I don't know. At the end of the day, the second press conference was a lot like his first year, extremely long, and most people probably left a little unsatisfied. And that's today's cup of coffee in the big time, which was brought to you by Echelon Fitness. And I've been working too hard, not working out enough. And I want to get in shape this year, 2022. You got to do it because, trust me, you just do. You saw how it's coming in hot with taking people out. You want to get in shape this year. But if you don't have time to get to the gym, thankfully, Echelon Fitness brings the gym home to you. World-class instructors like Nicole Griffin and Michael Brown choreographing classes, and the workout equipment is smart connected to the app so you can track your fitness level and progress the whole time. So you're connected to a community, connected to the equipment. You got the world-class trainers, everything you need right in your home. Echelon Fitness's fitness app provides you thousands of live and on-demand classes with great music from your favorite artists like Pitbull, Old Dominion, and many more. Just pick your class, climb the leaderboard, cheer each other on, and give it your all. Echelon Fitness's full range of affordable workout equipment, including stationary bikes, smart rowers, sleek fitness screens, those things are cool, and the auto-folding treadmill, that's also awesome, are all connected to provide the Echelon Fitness experience. And right now, for a limited time, podcast listeners to Hard Factor get up to $650 off MSRP. To get this exclusive podcast discount, text FACTOR to 818181. That's text FACTOR to 818181 to get up to $650 off MSRP. Text FACTOR to 818181. Disclaimer, message and data rates may apply. See terms for detail.
Nice. All right, guys. As I said in the at the top of the show, we're going to be taking it back to the soft corner and going to the softest, place that I can think of, the Bay Area. But don't worry, San Francisco. I'm going to leave you out of this one because we're going to be going to Oakland.
Bro, you ever been to Oakland? Oakland is hard as fuck.
Across the bridge.
Yeah. Do not leave your car unlocked in Oakland or
Apparently
locked.
Not anymore.
Hey, Wes, who's a famous? Speaking of text 8181, who's a famous Niner that wore 81?
81? That was Jerry Rice.
Close. Close. That was 80. That was 80. Close. Another wide receiver. That's my quarterback, man.
Oh,
he started with the Niners.
Terrell?
Mm-hmm.
T.O., man.
T.O.
Still in playing shape.
Yeah.
That's a Jerry Rice signed card that you have?
Yeah, I wrote to him in the 4th grade. I don't know. I haven't told this story before.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
In the 4th grade, Sports Illustrated Kids, they had those inserts you could write. And me and Buddy figured that out. We're like, oh, my God, this is like a gold mine. So we're just cranking letters out. And I was like, dude, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that my brother is sick and Jerry Rice is his favorite player. Expedite things.
Nice.
Threw that in there. 4.5 years later, this came in the mail.
Who's it addressed to?
It's my brother, but you see, that's a signed Jerry Rice right there, guys.
He's
a man of his word.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, greatest receiver of all time.
I can't believe I've never showed this on the show.
Of course he is. It's got to be the.
Yeah, crazy. I can't believe I've never heard that before. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Pat.
Look at his eyes in that photo.
Locked in.
What's that documentary, In Search of Greatness, that has all like?
Oh yeah, Gretzky and
Jerry Rice, and
they're nut jobs. Gretzky's a nut job.
Gretzky's a nut job. Yes, he is. Anyway,
he's looking at the ball. He's not even looking at the ball. He's thinking about what he's doing next after that. So
yeah,
just pay attention, kids.
Jerry Rice's story is cool though. No one believed in him. All right, so we're gonna go to Oakland to talk about. You got any more sports figures you want to show?
It's Cal Ripken right there.
Are you selling this memorabilia?
Nothing to do with
this is mine. I'll never part with this.
Signed?
It's on a plaque.
That signed, or is that just a Cal Ripken card?
I mean, it's signed in silver paint pen, bro. A lot of people don't know this. Longest active streak, right? Starting games in the Major League Baseball.
Cal Ripken Jr. You don't say.
What did they call him? What was his nickname?
They called him Sled.
The Silver Man. The Iron Man.
Are you filibustering because you said you might not have a story at the end here?
I don't think Pat wrote a story today.
No, I did. In the beginning, Pat said he might not do a story if it goes long.
Yeah. Well, he won't do one now.
See there on that's Arts Cards in Cooperstown. That's what the Baseball Hall of Fame is. It's it's a certificate of authenticity.
Okay.
Good. I forgot what Wes was even talking about.
Good to know. We're talking about softness, and we're talking about the Bay Area, and we're going to Oakland, which Pat, I guess, has gotten a little softer.
Dude, I don't know how. It's really a terrible place to be.
COVID hit the urban California areas hard.
Yeah.
So
we're going to talk about what's happening to America's youth, how soft these California kids are becoming, and try to get in their minds a little bit. These little activists. Let me ask you guys a question though. So let's go back to the year 2000. We were all in high school. Let's pretend this god-awful pandemic struck us back then and online learning became the new norm. Would you want online learning to continue indefinitely?
Oh, of course, dude, because you've been doing nothing. You've been just sitting at home.
You wouldn't want to return to sports.
No, I would want to go to school.
Yeah, hot chicks in your classes. Yeah.
Yep.
All the great stuff that goes with attending school on campus.
Do they have sports back? What if you could go to not school but go to sports? That'd be the best.
Really?
Yes. Like you don't even like you
want to sit in front of a computer all day?
Dude, but you still go to kids that didn't
not next to the hot chick
sick, so he didn't miss
but you still get
practice.
to go to like dances and stuff.
Dude, we used to all meet up before school and like smoke cigs, and then we'd all walk to school together. And then we'd like skip class, and we'd all end up after school together hanging out. And no, school was awesome.
Yeah, just pick up the
badass.
girlfriend all the way there.
But think about what if you're just at home, because like a lot of these kids, like they're at home. They're probably just home alone, just chilling, partying all the time.
They still got to be. They're still responsible for being in front of a fucking computer.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd want to go to school.
Me too.
I think it'd be a real mixed bag.
Is Jordan Palmer, brother Carson Palmer, went to UTEP.
Is that
the Bay Area? You're from the Bay Area?
No, that's not signed. I mean, it's signed in some respects because I'm in the photograph. So it's signed in a certain way. Bay Area. It's funny you asked that. Well.
Was he from NBC? Is that guy of NBC sports fame, Jordan Palmer?
Didn't play for the Raiders, but he did play for the Sacramento Mountain Lions in 2011, which is in the Bay Area, kind of. So
not really. I would not consider Sacramento the Bay Area.
It's Northern California.
San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland are generally considered the Bay Area. So.
Yeah, 6'5", 232. Not as strong of a prospect as his brother, but man, a lot of heart that kid had.
All right,
so you are filibustering.
Now, all of us on this pod are considered millennials. We were born between 1981 and 1996. But let me tell you, this new generation Z, they are a bunch of pussies, as far as I can tell. And the Oakland Unified School District out in California has about 1,200 of the biggest and softest pussified kids I've ever seen. because they are currently in the midst of an organized boycott of in-person learning due to the COVID-19 pandemic that has been waging now for almost 2 fucking years. And these little bastards are making demands. Listen to this right from Newsweek. I can't write it better than this. 1,200 students in the Oakland Unified School District have signed a petition demanding the district move to remote learning unless it provides twice weekly rapid and polymerase chain reaction PCR testing in schools, KN95 or N95 masks to every student, and covered seating outside so students can eat lunch outdoors for the more than 50,000 kids in the district, many of whom are allergic to the fucking sun.
What are they holding hostages? These demands are insane.
Yeah, they're little terrorists.
Yeah, they're like little terrorists holding hostage. Where they robbed the bank?
They know it's not attainable for the school. They want to stay home.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
I want 17 helicopters to get me out of this bank and a limo, and I don't want any police within 10 miles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got 12. So Wes, how big is the school? Because 1,200 is not as big as the whole high school. That's what I'm saying. Mixed bag. These 1,200, they're like, I'm chilling at home.
That's a lot of
There's
kids.
50,000 kids in the district. There's 80 schools, but this petition is gaining strength. So the petition said that the district had until January 17th, which was Monday, right, to meet the demands, or students would stop attending school starting Tuesday. And what they described as a strike that would last until their demands are met.
Yeah, that would last the rest of their lives when they weren't admitted to college because they failed school. They
fail out of high school.
Right.
That would last for the rest of their lives.
In 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since nobody can, get these tests that fast or masks for 50,000 kids that fast, and the schools just can't expand seating out of fucking thin air, these little bastards have acted like a bunch of daycare employees and are giving themselves a nice little vacation in the name of COVID safety protocol. And they have the school district shook, frantically scrambling to meet these little anarchists' demands.
Now, I will say this, back to I would do this for like a week and then get 1 free week off and do an extra winter break. That would be badass.
Sure.
And but then you not for the whole school year. I
don't blame them for trying this, but
try to get a few days off. Yeah.
After what we just talked about, it's definitely nobody's caving to this anymore after the speech that Biden just gave.
You you take your week off, and then when you're forced to go back, you hope you don't get a lower grade for missing that week.
Yeah, you hope that you're not expelled.
Yeah.
On top of this, though, the teachers in the district have joined in on getting a nice little vacation and have closed 3 schools altogether by staging a sick out, where they all call in sick in protest of the COVID safety conditions at schools. This week's sick out comes less than a week after more than 500 teachers called out sick, forcing the closure of at least 12 of the district's 80 schools. So sorry, parents at Bridges
Academy. Sounds
Academy.
a lot higher than the 3 to 5% close that Biden was saying. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, sorry, parents at Bridges Academy at Melrose and Acorn Woodland Elementary Schools and United of Success Academy Middle School. You're fucked. And look, the teachers and the parents are even warping the minds of second graders by having them make protest signs like this poorly done one that says, quote, our second grade class deserves more COVID safety, with some shitty artwork on it.
Why did they care? I mean,
look at that kid's badass hair. Look at that badass haircut. Like that kid needs to be in school hanging out with chicks.
He's got a nice mohawk.
And then badass haircut.
The other kid has great Air Force Ones. You see him?
Yes.
Yeah, these kids are cool.
Yeah.
Let them hang out with each other.
I mean, come on.
They're being forced to do this.
That was a school assignment. The teacher was literally standing over them.
Yeah. Here's the poster board.
It's like during the Women's March. Don't get me wrong. I was all about the Women's March. I woke up early. I was there. I'm supporting. I'm a feminist. Everyone knows
for
that,
the cause.
But my girl at the time wanted me to make a sign, and I was like, I don't really have anything to say on this sign. I'm here in solidarity, just marching with y'all. And then she handed me a piece of poster board and a marker and said, you better get to signing. And
didn't have an option. Yeah. What did it say?
I said,
go pussies.
My vagina is not yours.
Take my freedom, but you can't take my uterus, or I think something like that.
But you don't have a uterus.
That was a joke. Look, it's on the spot, man.
All right.
Wow.
You had to go. I have a photo of it.
I need to see that. Yeah, you have a photo of it behind you?
Oh wow!
Look
at all the stuff he has behind him.
Did you have the hat, Pat?
I want to hear. I want to hear at least one fact from Pat's story before he signs off today.
Pat, did they give you the ovary hat to march with?
What's that?
Did they give you the ovary hat to march with? Answer the question.
The ovary hat? Yeah.
Yes, the ovary hat.
I had the
Because
undery
that was the marquee of that
I took
protest.
I took the undery that day.
Anyway, I'm going to speed through this so we can see what Pat has. One,
you know the knit hat that I'm referring to.
One fifth grade teacher, Yale Friedman, who was running for a Wakanda Award, told Newsweek, quote, "Students are telling us this is what will make us feel more safe. If students are demanding this, it's our job as teachers to support them." Yeah, right. Okay. Elementary school kids are just coming up with this all on their own, standing up for their rights, I bet. Here's one of the little protesters. Here they are. They're outside of the schools demanding. Here's one that's scared to get out of the car. She's
so the PCR testing, that's bullshit because rapid tests are 90% effective. So these kids asking for PCR tests, which take 48 hours to do, is just bullshit. It's just a stall tactic. They should be fine with rapid tests.
They should be. And but they want twice a week. It's insane. So what's great is they have there's the school district shook. John Sasaki, director of communications for the school district, who's in charge of meeting the demands of these little future Antifa members, said the district has ordered 200,000 masks for the students whose parents, I guess, can't go on Amazon and order these masks for the kids themselves or get them back to school. I found plenty on there today while doing this story. Sasaki also said that the district had supplies for new covered seating spaces at dozens of schools, including new tables and shade structures but some are not going to be able to complete it due to supply chain issues. So, but
what
the
does
students
covered seat mean?
It means they want to be able to sit outside because they feel safer, but they don't want to be in the fucking sun or in the rain, I guess. Means? Yeah. And there's no rain out there.
They literally just don't want to be in the sun.
Yeah, that's why they want to be in the sun. And this guy was a former
out of
newscaster.
California, am I right?
Right. Yeah.
It is a pretty sunny place. Yeah.
Yeah. So he says, we thank our we will continue to
They
work
didn't choose to be born, Pat.
Of course, the Bay Area, not as sunny as the rest, I guess. But
yeah. I don't know. But he's caving to these little bastards.
You kind of have to.
Yeah. I mean, look, I get it. These kids live with older family members, but running away from this thing is not going to stop it. Vaccines won't stop it. It's going to be around for a while. Even their god, Fauci, just said a day ago, COVID is never going to be eradicated and will likely become an endemic, saying,
well,
if you look at the history of infectious diseases,
retire before they lose the majority.
Yeah. We've only eradicated one infectious disease in man, and that's smallpox. That's not going to happen with this virus. So we need to learn to, not be so scared of it, for fuck's sake.
It's not going away, probably.
I get the concern, but I'm having a little fun. But, how long are these little fuckers going to want to wear masks?
As long as they're, I don't know. I mean, it's been, the hard part about this has been 2 years of you getting jammed down your throat, how careful you have to be, COVID protocols, all this stuff.
It's the parents.
And then all of a
doing
sudden now
kids.
everybody's like, oh, it's done. Hand washing it. It's got to be tough, especially if you're younger. Especially if you're younger and you're trying to wrap your head around all that.
It's like the older professor said, and pardon his French, like it's the older people you have to worry about.
I get it.
So that's still the case.
I get it.
That's still the case. It's been the case. It's still the case.
It's not going away.
You want to kill grandma, you want to kill grandpa. That's basically now at an elementary school, maybe to get the older teachers some help or something like that. But 95% of the people in the elementary school,
all these teachers in this district already have been passed out N95 masks. They all have,
including the adults. Like most of them probably.
Right.
There's
most
some
of the
older
adults are not at risk as well.
Maybe accommodate for the older adult teachers. Let them go home.
The school pre-vaccination would have like a 99.99%, 999% survival rate.
And there's already studies coming out, and there'll be more where that it's saying how this online learning is affecting kids' development. The wearing of the masks is affecting their development. It's not good for the kids.
Social skills.
Yeah, it really is terrible for this generation.
Yeah, staying at home is bad for your social skills.
Not only that, but it's just for the economy, dude. Right. You cannot have all these kids staying home all the time for the economy. It kills worker productivity.
Oh yeah. You can't go to work. Sorry, my teacher had a sick out today. What?
So it's tough, but you want people working. You can't have.
All right, let's move on. I got some fun stories. This is getting boring.
Sorry.
Me too.
Yeah, this is stupid. Yeah, we're done. We're done with the COVID talk. Are we done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right. The problem with most weed edibles is
get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's get the fucking show on the road. You get way too high. That's the problem with it. Think about all those movies you've slept through, concerts you didn't enjoy, the weird art shows you left paranoid. Oh, I'm at Meow Wolf. Oh my God, I'm never leaving Meow Wolf. I'm too high inside of Meow Wolf. That's why when I need the perfect medium high, I go to Diet Smoke for their delicious Delta 8 THC gummies. What's Delta 8, you ask? Delta 8 is simply less potent THC. Up until recently, the most popular THC was Delta 9. but both deltas come from the cannabis plant, okay? And now you're probably asking yourself, does diet smoke really get you high? And I'll tell you, it does. The answer is yes. It sure as hell does. Diet smoke is less expensive than dispensaries, plus no medical cards required to order. It's 100% legal THC. Even you can order it to states that THC is not legal in, or cannabis is not legal in, like Texas, like I did. Smoother highs, guys. Some people get anxiety from Delta 9 THC, not with Delta 8. Diet smoke gummies are perfectly balanced to give you the right amount of high every time. Satisfaction is guaranteed. Diet smoke is so confident in that they'll give you, that you'll get the perfect medium high, that they'll even refund you if your money if you're not satisfied, which is not going to happen. So when CBD isn't enough and standard THC is too much, enjoy the smooth buzz of Diet Smoke. And right now, Diet Smoke's offering our listeners a major discount. All you've got to do is use promo code FACTOR at checkout to get 20% off your first entire order. Go to dietsmoke.com, promo code FACTOR, get 20% off your order. That's dietsmoke.com, promo code FACTOR for 20% off.
Those blue raspberries are to die for.
Yeah, I'm turning towards watermelon as my favorite. So
really,
yeah,
I'm addicted to the blue raspberry.
They're good. I mean, look, I'm not
addicted, literally.
I'm not scoffing at blue raspberry.
Delicious.
Blue raspberry is one of my favorite flavors.
Addictive.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that scene in what's
it's
it called?
not habit forming. Yeah,
Yeah,
walk hard.
Yeah,
Get out of here, Dewey. No, it makes all of your inhibitions go away. In a good way. All right, well.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Sure is, Darcel. And look, we only have 2 stops today, but both are doubles, as Russia and Japan are both on one this week, I guess. So let's go to Russia first. Russia is pulling a Texas and really flaunting and showing off their size in both these stories. It's everything is bigger in Russia, even the despair. First up, let's meet the largest 2-year-old cat in the world.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this thing.
It's got to be part bobcat.
What is that?
It's huge.
Yeah, what is that? It's a Maine Coon kitten.
Really?
Kefir, Kefir, which is like a milk drink over there in Russia. He lives with hot owner. Let's see if I can get a picture of her.
She looks
like Becky Lynch from behind. Hot owner, there she is.
He's huge.
Yulia Menina, an eastern part of Russia. And Yulia says her giant cat is very sweet, but that people are alarmed when they come over and see the giant freak. Yes. They say, everyone at first think it is dog, Yulia says. They go, why cat dog? They say.
Then they're terrified.
Yeah.
The idiots.
Yeah, it certainly looks like a cat, right?
Yeah, it looks exactly like a cat.
Yeah.
35-pound cat.
They're idiots. Yeah.
All my friends are morons.
Yeah, all my friends say dog cat. Yeah.
It's Maine Coon like the state, or is it?
Yeah, it's from Maine. Yeah,
it looks like a
They're
lynx.
from Maine.
You know,
they're cool cats.
Looks like
a
wild cat.
They kind of caught on recently, right?
No, they've been around.
They've been around.
They're actually one of the oldest domesticated cats, and they used to be hunters. They're kind of like exactly like what's the dog PFT had the breed?
Mastiff.
Oh,
Yeah, they have a similar pattern of mastiffs where they used to be hunters, and now they're like more domesticated.
They're
been around for a
huge.
while.
Yeah, they're
big puffy hair. Yeah,
Maine Coons are in fact the largest domestic cat breed, unless you include now the hybrid cat breeds like Savannah. They started breeding like big cats like mixed with domestic cats, but the pure domestic cats, Maine Coons, are the biggest. They can get as long as 3 feet long. So that's pretty ridiculously long, and they weigh on average 18 pounds, but not Kefir.
This one's way bigger than that. Yeah,
that big boy, he's weighing in at about 30 pounds now, and he just turned 2, and he will grow until he's 4. So
he's gonna be a bobcat size.
He's gonna be like 40 pounds.
Yeah, 40, 50 pounds.
Can you put that in perspective for like?
He's cool looking though.
What like a normal cat's supposed to be?
Yeah, so like all my cats average about like 13, 14 pounds.
That's average, and my
cat's double a house cat.
Right, and Mike's like really big, and he pushes 20.
He's probably 20.
Biggest.
Yeah.
At his biggest, and that's a really
He's a shockingly big cat if you see him. Yeah,
it's like a Megatron of all your cats, Mark.
It's like I have 5 cats. It's like if I had 2, like I would have 2 of these instead of 5, right? Like that's basically the weight.
It's a big ass cat.
She's gonna sell him.
Well, he's stud him, right?
Stud him.
She says at night he likes to climb on me and sleep. When he was kitten, it didn't cause me any inconvenience, but now he feel like big drunk man. Good luck to Yulia raising that bear. I am jealous for sure. It would scare the shit out of you though if you weren't expecting him to jump on you in the bed and you landed on your chest, stomach, or nuts. Trust me, from a regular sized cat, that'd be alarming.
Mark, question: if you somehow got your hands on one of these, like that giant cat, and like some rich billionaire, because that cat's obviously amazing, was like, I want your fucking cat, what would be the price?
How long have I had the cat?
You've had the cat for
a couple years or so?
2 years.
Okay. $5 million.
Wow. $5 million. Holy shit.
I mean, you could get it if it was that. If the guy was that rich, if he was that loaded.
Yep. Yeah. Drive the price up. I'm not gonna. I mean, he could try to barter with me, but I'll start at 5. All right. Staying in Russia, we have another story about something enormous. This time, it's a piece of art, one that landed the artist a new role, that of inmate, because he was immediately arrested once Russian authorities found out what the giant sculpture was made of, and that's a giant turd. He made a giant turd.
Oh. What?
Get a load of that thing. He made it out of snow. It's a giant snow turd, and then I guess he spray painted it brown.
That's awesome. You got arrested for that?
Oh yeah, yeah. It turns out the real issue here, Will, is not what he made, but where he placed the crap, as it was nearby a St. Petersburg burial site. Police and local media said that on January 17th, artist Ivan Volkov was criminally charged for desecrating the burial place of the dead. Ivan is lucky they didn't stand the 5-meter-long turd up, sculpt out a window near the top, and push him out of it. Although I'm sure Russian prison for the crime of shit sculpting is probably not ideal. Probably not looked upon as like a badass, like gangster.
I don't think it's window level. Luckily for him, you got to do something a little worse to get thrown out a window. But
yeah.
He's going to the gulag for sure.
It's like if you did that, right, and then you got out of the gulag, right, you try to move on with your life, that's something that you never share with potential mates, like on a date. Like that's something you never say. You know, it was hilarious this one time.
I got locked up.
I made a gigantic piece of shit in the graveyard. You'd have loved it.
Yep, you're right, Pat, but he's going to have to create some new social accounts because the 29-year-old artist posted the pictures of the log on his Facebook and Instagram, which led him to being caught. So he's going to have to create new accounts.
He's an artist. Me too.
Yeah. He captioned them with
paint every day.
Exactly. He captioned them with there's no real meaning to this giant stink pickle. Just felt like making a fudge dragon, not a statement. So like he wasn't trying to say anything. He just was having fun, and he did it in the wrong spot. The judge will probably make a statement when he I'm assuming there are no female judges, by the way. That's what in Russia. That's why I said he sentences Volkov to up to 5 years in prison for laying down his dirt snake next to the graves of people who fought in the Russian Revolution of 1917. It's like their biggest heroes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was like a commemorative gravesite.
Yeah, it's like going to like the Vietnam Wall or like.
Oh no! Idiot!
Yeah,
How do you not know that?
I don't know. I think he knew. Well, I think he knew.
But it doesn't mean anything.
No statement though. Yeah, whatever. Okay,
I hope this catches on.
The giant turds.
Well, they melt.
It's
hilarious.
Yeah.
It is. It looks great. I mean, it looks like a turd.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Looks
it
great.
Stains the snow below it. It looks
great. Yeah, it looks like pee or whatever. Anyways, gross. So let's head on to Japan for the last two, huh? So admittedly, we get away with throwing out some stereotypes on the show for the sake of comedy, and it is for comedy, not out of hate or to offend anyone. And some of them may be more relevant or prevalent than others. Like, for example, the Japanese people are very intense and they're workaholics, and if they don't work harder than the person next to them, they are complete dishonorable disgraces to their entire family and must commit seppuku, right? Right? Like that type of thing.
The stomach stab?
Yeah. Hang on. I think I have it. I think I have an image of it. Hang on.
You got
see
one?
If I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Did I save it?
You can see.
Should be under seppuku. Here you go. Like seppuku. There it is. Hey!
Straight to the stomach. Oh, gross.
Nailed it. Well, not so fast, maybe. As get this, the Japanese government, for the first time in 70 years, has made a change to the punctuation that is allowed in official government written documents and communications. And that is for the first time ever, they will now allow the usage of question marks and exclamation points. So show a little emotion, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I remember when they gave that to women in this country. That was huge. It's really big for the Japanese.
Exclamation marks. Oof.
Exactly.
Question marks mostly is the big one.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
We didn't like them questioning, did we? That's pretty cool.
It's actually shocking that they're going to be allowed to use exclamation points.
It is. Exclamation point at the end of that sentence. Yeah, they can express emotion now in their writing. It doesn't all have to be robotic work or B-talk, right? And look, the Japanese language is different. They don't rely on specifically the question markers. They can just add a KA, I guess, to the end of the last word in the sentence, and that signifies question or implies question. But it's still cool, the exclamation point in particular, as Will mentioned. And Japanese authorities even went as far as to show an example of how the new punctuation can be displayed in a fun Q&A slide. And they said, new punctuation example, lowly worker says, will we still have to work 18 hours a day? Question mark. An important boss says, yes! Exclamation point. So they're really letting you know how to do it. It's a great example. Let's stay in Japan. And look, it's not all workaholics there, and I'll prove it. Japan has a problem with their youth too, where some of them are complete losers with no ambitions that refuse to work and only play video games. They don't have as many of them as the US, but they do have some, which is the target audience for Japanese company Bahut, who has developed the ultimate gaming bed. Let me find the best picture of that. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this thing.
Oh, yeah. He's so relaxed. Okay, for people who can't see it, this guy it's got the keyboard, it's got the two screens right in your face. Your bed is literally inside the desk, so you're just sleeping inside the desk, the gaming desk.
I mean, let's be honest here. This is not that impressive because all it is a fucking, it's got a table next to it and a table in front of it and a table behind it. That's all it is.
I'm going to back you up on this, Wes. It looks like the gaming desk that you would get for your kid, right? Like when your kid sees it in a catalog, has no idea that it's a piece of shit from a piece of shit company.
So let's talk about it.
Can you hang upside down in it, Mark? Can you invert?
Why would you need look at this guy? He's sleeping and on his phone still, and he's eating a snack.
It's like a bed surrounded by IKEA furniture.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. Christopher Livingston at PC Gamer Magazine has called this $1,200 concept gaming setup gaming's final form. He's pretty impressed with it. Now, the $1,200 gets you, let's take a look at it, all of the things around the bed, not the bed itself. It gets you a desk, two monitors. It gets you the snack tray. It gets you the keyboard tray. It gets you the back headstand. It gets you the holder for your cell phone. And it gets you the blanket for the bed, but you've got to buy the bed separately.
Wait.
It's like a rooms to go package.
Yeah.
Hold on, but the bed has to be
sold separately.
Mark, the bed, does it have the thing that raises the bed?
No, that guy in that first picture just bought like a beanbag chair. Yeah, that's a beanbag chair. This is what it looks like.
Beanbag on a bed.
This is the bed that they use an example.
I thought you have to now go buy like a raisable bed.
It's just lazily surrounding your bed with electronics.
It's terrible.
I like how they decked out the front and back tables or desks to be single bed sized. Because that's how you're gonna be sleeping.
Oh yeah, you're sleeping alone.
That's how you know it's the final form of gaming.
Exactly. Along those lines, the company also says it could be used for remote work for the worker who wants to piss off his coworkers by looking like a relaxed asshole in all meetings, and also die at the age of 40 from complete inactivity. No tits. No tits in the future.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fuck somebody in the gaming bed. It's not going down.
Well, it won't be an option like Pat mentioned. It's not a concern.
What a scam.
Anyways, not everyone works hard in Japan.
My gaming bed.
Yeah, this is my gaming bed. To no girl ever, you'll say.
Oh no.
Oh, Pat, did you do a story?
Would you look at the time, guys? We are running long, and we should do the wheel, I think.
Okay. I'll pull up the wheel here.
Tough work day for you.
Gonna have to save the. I have a story, you piece of shit.
Yeah, right.
What is it?
Paste it right now.
Yeah, paste it right now.
Take a look at this guy.
Let me see. What did you do?
This is what Pat's been working on the whole show, is finding this picture.
Yeah.
What did this guy do?
Well, maybe I'm not going to tell you.
He's got a Russell athletic.
It's all good. We are running long. We can do the wheel.
Hold on, I'm adding the wheel.
That guy?
Mm-hmm.
That's
small state. You said Rhode Island. Something small.
Dakota.
Did you see his beard? That's a West Virginia boy.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. A cup of coffee in the big time tomorrow is going to be. It's going to be Mark.
Yep. That's me.
Did you feel like you were due?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
The wheel got it right.
I think the wheel got it right.
I'm very due.
Balanced week. I got TikTok today, and I think that's correct. Yeah.
TikTok International Moment is going to be. Oh, it's looking like Wes.
That's Wes all day.
That's good. I needed that.
You didn't want a story every day.
Yeah, I've been doing a story every day.
You needed
So we got to do one more for voicemails and reviews.
Yeah,
voicemails and reviews is going to be.
It's got to be Pat.
Will or Pat?
No, it's going to be Will.
It's going to be Will.
Nice.
Will again.
I'm back on voicemails and reviews.
Well, I recommend if you get ambitious to pull in a few of the Facebook comments during the reviews.
Yeah.
There's some wildly inappropriate Facebook comments calling us pieces of shit and stuff.
Oh,
that
I'm
are fun.
sure. Yeah. I'll take a peek. All right.
And stay tuned for tomorrow's show, and you'll hear the story of the West Virginia man who called the police on himself because someone. Well, I'm not even gonna.
Don't even tell us.
No, I'm not even gonna tell you. No. Well, here's why I will cliffhang you. This is like a serial. I'm gonna put the photo up one more time. Raise your hand because I'm going to take the photo down. I'll see whose hand is up, right? So raise your hand if you think that there might be a little tiz in this gentleman, or he's totally fine. He's totally normal. And I'm going to take the photo down now. Hands up if you think there's a little bit of a TIZ.
I think it's just a slob.
We'll see.
People thinking that's a trick question, Pat,
He's
because you only got
normal
one
slow.
hand raised for that one.
A lot of the internet thinks maybe like Will does, but you're going to have to stay tuned to tomorrow's episode of the man from West Virginia who may or may not have developmental issues.
No. That's not necessarily. Tiz is much more than that. There's
You
more.
like to not define tiz. I like to look. Take the Band-Aid off. They're big boys and girls out there.
No, there's much more than that goes into tiz.
Yeah, tiz is encompassing of what you're saying, Pat, but other things as well.
I mean, tiz is like to party.
Yeah.
You know, you don't treat tiz any different.
Like Randy Quaid in Independence Day is a tiz as well.
Yeah, with a tinge of racism.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's a little tizzy too.
But it's just because he doesn't know no better.
Yeah, shove it up your ass, alien bastards. Like that's a little tizzy. Yeah,
American
National
hero.
Lampoons, too.
yeah. He's
Cousin Eddie.
busy in that too.
So that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. You guys have a great. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. You guys have a great fucking day.